Yeah, pretty sure this is Seneca Falls. It's absolutely awesome waterfall. Pretty sombering seeing this wreckage here. Hey everybody, welcome to Vista Ventures. I'm Caleb.
I'm Dave.
And today we're down in Monongahela National Forest in West Virginia, specifically the Seneca Creek Backcountry area. And we're just doing a series of trails here. Just going to be a quick weekend trip. We're thinking probably 25 miles or so. So we're just going to do a series of trails. We've got a tentative plan, but we'll see how the trail goes to start out. And we might end up making a different plan as we go. So we're going to get going here and tackle this big hill behind us and start the day.
We started on Swallow Rock Trail is what we believe it's called. Right, Caleb?
Yeah.
Yep, Swallow Rock Trail. There's no real long trails out in this area, so we're going to have to make a loop out of, just a bunch of different ones, which is great, gives us a lot of options. This is our first hike of the spring. It's been a long winter. We were excited to get out. We're kind of really ad-libbing this. Our initial plan was to be up in PA, closer to where we live, but the weather didn't agree, so we loaded in the truck and headed down here to West Virginia this morning. Regardless of what trails we end up taking, we're going up to what's called Spruce Knob. It actually is, I think the elevation is 4,386 feet, which is the highest in West Virginia. It's the highest we've ever been before. So we're pretty excited about that. It has, I guess, an alpine feel to it, so it'll be a lot different than anything else we've ever hiked before. The trail just follows this beautiful little stream here. When you left the parking area, it looked like it was going to take you straight up the mountain, but it's been really gradual. A little narrow in places, but nothing bad. It's been a nice easy walk so far. And just a really beautiful area.
Alright, we made it up to the top of the ridge that the Allegheny Mountain Trail runs on. Actually ran into the intersection with it right here. Again, we're on the Swallow Rock Trail, 529. It's worth noting right at this junction, probably about 2-ish miles from the parking lot down there, there is a pretty nice campsite here. Lots of chair opportunities there to sit if you had a bunch of people, and a little table, fire ring, all kinds of trees in here if you had hammocks, and the ground's not too bad for tents. Get several in here. And there's a nice opening over here. Pretty nice area. We're just cruising down the trail and Dave spied a friend here on the side of the hill.
What'd you think, girl?
Well, you know, dear.
You having a good day?
So yeah, I was. You guys came barreling down over the hill. What's the matter with you?
Well, you just hang out.
Yep. First wildlife of the trail so far.
A little bit of stream crossing here. None of it's too deep, but old Caleb there decided he needed to go away from hiking boots into his trail runners. And they are not waterproof. Now he's stuck. He's an engineer, he'll figure it out. There he is. Shout out the trekking poles, by the way.
Whoa! You know, see how wisecracker Dave does getting across here in his fancy hikers. About wiped out.
He's got balance. I thought I was done.
Got sideways for a minute.
I guess I deserved it.
In all seriousness, those rocks are pretty slick coming across there,
fast.
so do be careful when you're making that crossing. But we made it across without too much. Well, you got a little bit of a wet pant leg there, but not too bad. All right, so we finally made her down here to the Seneca Creek Trail, which I think is the most popular trail in the area. There's apparently a whole bunch of waterfalls and stuff the whole way along here, so we're looking forward to checking all them out. Okay, just came to the intersection of the Seneca Creek Trail with the Judy Springs Trail. They have a real nice bridge over here to get across over to the Judy Springs Trail, which you can take up to Huckleberry. Whole bunch of campsites in here, and there's a ton of different options. Really nice campsite down there where it looks like they got some seating, bunch of wood already established. Pretty open in here. You want to do some stargazing or something overnight. Really nice area. Alright, so we just took about a 10-minute break there at the bridge, just kind of sat down and took the packs off and ate some M&Ms, drank some water, just kind of get everything reset. For us, it's really helped about every 2.5 hours, something like that. Just stop and rest for 10-15 minutes. Just helps us keep going throughout the day and really refreshes us, because a lot of times in the past we just really try to push through and be, yeah, let's just make the miles, and then kind of pay for that later, especially on a longer trip. This has been working out pretty well for us. This is a really nice area here so far. Really glad that Dave did some research and found this one, and we decided to head down here because it's just been absolutely beautiful so far. I mean, look at this. This is just an absolutely
see this again.
An absolutely awesome area. and all kinds of campsite opportunities down in here. The Seneca Creek here is just beautiful. Here's the best waterfall we've seen so far on Seneca Creek. Really nice.
Came to a really nice campsite here. On this side of the trail, it's not rushing too hard. There's a nice waterfall up there. But below it, stream runs down, and there's what looks like a really nice one down there. It's not showing up real well on camera from here, but we'll show you in a minute. There used to be a bridge here. It looks like it's been gone for some time, so we're gonna have to cross the stream as we're going over here to the Horton Trail for a short time before we connect up with, I believe, the Meadow Trail.
I'm pretty sure this is Seneca Falls. It's absolutely awesome waterfall. I'd say the best waterfall we've seen so far. Oh, Dave, I think this is a pretty good lunch spot. What do you think?
I agree.
Probably not going to find a better one. Alright, well, our beautiful lunch spot here has been tempered a little with two unexpected gear failures, both of the same item for each of us that completely not expecting.
It's completely,
so...
here's my Sawyer squeeze.
So...
Look at that flow rate.
We've each been using these squeezes for, I mean, we bought new ones last year and have been maintaining them well, backflushing them between each trip, and really been struggling to get some flow here.
I couldn't use my knock bag because you can't, it stretches a little, which normally hasn't been an issue. But I couldn't get a single piece out. A drop, I guess. You get pieces of water. But yeah, the Sawyer bag here, I'm able to really torque on it.
Getting a little bit,
it's
but
not ideal.
My goodness, this is rough. And mine was doing the same thing, and I was like, well, hopefully Dave's is working better. And I turned around and sure as the devil, he was suffering the same issue I was. So I'm not really sure what the heck the problem is with these, but they're not working real well. I'm able to at least, if I suck on the end of mine, I can get a little bit to come out of the bag, but that's, I don't want to have to drink out of the knock bag. That's a big pain in the butt, but whatever. Just one of those things that happen, I guess. Oh my. Alright, we just finished up with lunch back there at Seneca Falls. Great spot. Highly recommend that spot. If you wanted to camp there for a lunch spot or just a day hike into. Update on the Sawyers. Just kind of let them sit there and soak for a little while, and seem to be both working better now. So maybe they just dried out too much or something, since this is the first time out and they just needed to soak up some water or something to allow it to start flowing. Not really sure, but we're happy they're working now. Alright, just got done coming up over the hill on our brief stint on the Horton Trail. and made it here to Trail 564, which is the High Meadows Trail. Next one we're going to take on, I think it's about 2.3 miles or so. So we'll head out there and then we'll end up taking the Lumberjack trail back. So far, the trail's been really well marked with signage at every intersection. Hasn't been confusing at all, which has been really nice. Since it's worth noting that all the trails in this area are marked with blue blazes. So they all have the same blaze, but they've been doing a really good job of signing all the intersections so you know where you're going. Biggest view of the day so far out here on the High Meadows Trail. Felt like we were gonna get to see some views from up here, and haven't been on here but more than a quarter mile tops, and already getting rewarded.
Taking a quick break here. We haven't quite got out of the Meadow Trail onto the Lumberjack Trail, but we just broke out of the meadow, so I think we're pretty close. It was only, I think, 2.3 miles. So we're getting close to the Lumberjack Trail. Hopefully getting to some different scenery. The meadow was nice. You know, the rest of the trail has been nice so far, but as we were going, we were like, oh, that's like Rock Run up in the Loyalsock, or this reminds us of the Black Forest Trail. But this meadow here, we're on the AT in Virginia, and had a lot of field walking there, but this is different than what we normally do, which is the whole reason we came down here, just to get into some different scenery. It's not that we're bored with where we've been hiking, we still love it, but you know, putting in the effort, it's nice to see some different things. Alright, so we are finally off the High Meadows Trail. It's a pretty nice section, really enjoyed it. Actually had a pretty decent view the whole way. But now we are on the Lumberjack Trail, which heads out here 2.3 miles to the Huckleberry Trail, which will then take us up to Spruce Knob. So the Lumberjack Trail here has been pretty friendly. It's had some boggy places, but it's along an old, I'm assuming with the name and just the no old timber, old logging roads we're walking along. They had them built up with rocks, so it's kind of easy to hop across all the boggy places. In the areas where they weren't, the trail maintainers have done a great job stacking up logs, give us a little bit of a simple bridge to get across.
So we're just cruising down the Lumberjack Trail and came upon this cairn. It's like, all right, what are we marking? Look down over the bank here, and this cairn is marking the site of an airplane crash. A small plane crashed here, not sure when, some considerable time ago. Unfortunately, it was a dual fatality, but we're gonna walk down and check it out. Sombering seeing this wreckage here. Nice that they got a couple markers here next to the seats to remember the 2 people that perished in this crash. Coming out here to another sign. Lumberjack Trail continues on. Here's the intersection with the Horton Trail, which I think is the one we're going to take down to try to get some water. Alright, well, an update. We're on what we believe is the Judy Springs Trail. Wasn't marked with a sign like all the other locations, but there was a marker there with a white triangle on, much like the one Dave's pointing out. So I'm pretty sure that's it, since I don't think there's any other trails cut down like this. So that's what we're hoping for. Unfortunately, we're coming down over here at a pretty decent clip, so hoping we run into the head of the springs before we get clear down to the bottom, because that'll be a major bummer. A great little waterfall up there to fill the knock bags, working absolutely awesome. Couldn't ask for anything better, really. So we each got, I think, all the water we're gonna filtered, and got our knock bags filled up for some extra. So I got about 4 liters. G-Rock and Dave about the same?
About the same.
About 4 liters. Yeah, it should be plenty to get us through the night. So with that, now we're heavy and we're downhill. So we got to climb back up. But it's all right.
Yes, quid it est.
It's all part of it. All right. Started the ascent. Sucking some pretty serious wind coming up over here with all this water. But I happened to look down here on the ground as I'm just focusing on where I'm walking. Here's this small little green snake. Not sure what kind he is. I don't know that I've ever seen just a green snake like this. Yellow belly little guy. All right. Glad I didn't step on him. All right. Back to the uphill. All right, made it back up to the Horton Trail. Now it's worth noting, because we didn't realize this until we actually ran into somebody who told us. The Judy Springs Trail was actually marked with a white diamond. Did not know that. Thought all the trails in this area were all marked blue. And regularly there's been a sign pointing at every junction telling you which way to go, but this one was not one of them. So you're coming up the Horton Trail or down and want to get down to Judy Springs and get water, know that you need to look for this post here with the white diamond on. Then you head down there, I don't know, half a mile or so, and you'll find a good spring. Probably pretty reliable. All right, I think we're finally making up here to the top of Spruce Knob. Wasn't too bad getting up here. Definitely a good climb, but it wasn't too severe. It was just kind of steady the whole way up, which was nice. So now we're getting up here into this kind of alpine zone, which is really cool. We've never been in anything quite like this yet. It's really, really neat being up here in all these spruce trees. And we talked to a group of hikers back down before we started climbing up this, it's the Huckleberry Trail. And they said it's definitely smeary up here in a few sections, but that's okay. We don't have too much further we're planning on going tonight. Wanted to try to make it the whole way out to the, I guess there's an observation tower or something out near the trailhead. So it's 5:30 now. I think we're just gonna hike for about another hour, however far we make it. About 6:30, first campsite we see that's really nice. looks promising. We'll just pull in there and set up camp for the night.
So this is what we've been walking through here now. We've passed a couple of pretty decent campsites. We're gonna keep going, see what's up ahead.
Snow.
There's snow and ice here. Yeah, there it is. Right there. It looks like a rock, but it's not. It's in here protected with all this conifer. It's not coming across real well, but it smells it great in here.
All this spruce.
All this spruce. Yeah, this is pretty slick the whole way along here.
That must have been what that woman meant when she said it was slick. I thought mud, but no, not mud.
Yeah, we expected a little bit, you know, it's late March. Because in here it's protected. So that's the thing with trees like this, when it's dense, it'll hold in the cold longer, and then when the summer and stuff happens, it holds that heat and humidity in. But it's still beautiful up here. We can feel that it is definitely starting to chill down temperature-wise. You know, earlier it felt like a summer breeze. Lately here, you can feel the moisture, feel that spring air coming in. Well, that's fine. We packed for that. It's claiming it's going to be somewhere in the 30s. We saw some reports said it could snow a little. Some said just rain. Some said nothing. So it is absolutely beautiful up across the top of this mountain. I'm feeling a little rough. You can just definitely tell it's my first hike of the year. It was a long, cold, and wet winter. I wasn't nearly as active as I normally am. My job's active, but it's nothing like putting weight on your back and taking off up a hill. I've also been nursing a bit of a cold. It's that kind of annoying spring one where you think you're feeling good and it kind of tricks you. So you go out and exert yourself. Next thing you know, you're coughing and wheezing and your head's pounding.
Still headed out along the Huckleberry Trail. Just absolutely gorgeous. Just walking through all this spruce. Sun's glistening through the trees. Just a great day to be in the woods. Really enjoying this trail. All these trails in this Seneca Backcountry area. They've all just been spectacular so far. Alright, just hit 6:30 here. Coming through this really rocky, semi-exposed section through here. So we're thinking we're just gonna probably pull into the next decent campsite we find. Unfortunately, we passed a lot of good ones and decent ones on back, but there was just still enough daylight left. We just kept going. It'd be nice if we knew how far it was out to the actual trailhead. If it was only like another mile or so, we'd just push on, but just not sure at this point. All right, we were very fortunate. We're not gonna have to stealth it tonight or put up with a really crappy campsite. Come into this guy. Not sure how far we have to go yet, but at this point it's too far. So this place has some nice rocks and stuff. Plenty of places for Dave and his pro trail and me in the hammock. I think we're gonna call her home for the night. We're ready for it.
Yeah we are.
Pretty healthy hike here, just coming off the couch, first one of the season, but pretty satisfied with our performance. Before it gets too dark, you guys can't see anything. Show you around camp. We got my hammock set up. Dave's over there doing the final prep on his Tarp Tent Pro Trail. Got everything set. I think he's just prepping his sleep system and everything now. He's already got his food soaking over here. For me tonight, it'll be something completely new. Got some dehydrated ground turkey and some mixed vegetables that I dehydrated myself. Plan on mixing that in with the 4-cheese instant mashed potatoes. See how that works. My first time doing it. As soon as I started setting up camp, I put a little bit of water in with the turkey and stuff so it could cold soak, kind of rehydrate. So it won't take so long once I start cooking here. But it seems to be doing pretty good so far. So hopefully it tastes pretty good because we're hungry. We earned her today.
All right, well, we are settled down here, getting ready to go to bed. It's a little after 9:30, I believe. We got to camp, and my health condition really dropped downhill. Caleb had his shirt off setting up his stuff, and I was just sitting there in a jacket and still shivering, which isn't normal for me. I'm normally a very warm person. Kind of struggled to eat a little bit, but I got some food in me. Don't know what that's all about, but it is what it is. The rest of the day was great. The weather couldn't have been any better during the day. The stars are out right now. It's nice and clear. A lot of wind coming up. The weather was calling for maybe some rain or even snow at like 3-4 this morning. So we'll see what we get there. That could have changed since we last saw it anyway. But couldn't ask for a better day today. I've been getting sick at the end, but even with that, it was still pretty great. We'll see how I'm feeling in the morning, see what the weather is. We might wake up to an inch of snow. Don't really know. See what the game plan will be then.
All right, good morning, everybody. Pretty good night overall. Definitely pretty windy. I don't know if it'll come up on the camera or not, if you're able to hear it, but definitely a windy one last night. It did rain on us a little bit in the morning. I think I woke up about 3 o'clock and heard it raining, but overall not too bad. I think both of us slept pretty well. So we're gonna get some breakfast going, and I'm gonna head out here on Spruce Knob.
So I brought these maple French toast English muffins, 2 of those for breakfast. 10 out of 10 stars, would definitely recommend. So I'm in here packing up my own stuff, minding my own business, and I have a dusting of snow on my sit pad and shoes because it is just blowing in. I thought the weather was supposed to be done at like 4 this morning, but evidently that report was wrong.
Alright guys, just leaving camp. If you haven't been able to tell, it's snowing now. So remember how excited we were about that alpine feel?
We got it.
We're getting the full experience. I mean, other than packing up frozen stuff covered in snow, it's actually been pretty cool. There's just enough of a dusting to make it white on the ground, so it's actually pretty neat. So we're just gonna head on out here to Spruce Knob. I'm not 100% sure how far we have to go, but neither of us think it's too terribly far. Check it out, and then we'll turn around and start heading back towards the car, and hopefully we don't get snowed in up here by then. Alright, we've come out onto this really well-established section of trail, so that means, sure enough, we made it to the Spruce Knob trailhead off the Huckleberry. Yep, we're gonna walk over here and see if there's where the actual summit is. I think there might be an observation tower or something. See what it says over here. Yeah, over here it's a sign. Welcome to the top of the mountain estate, highest point in West Virginia. 4,863 feet. This is the tallest we've ever been hiking, highest elevation, and the first time we've been to the highest point in any state. Heck of a day for it. There are also bathrooms and stuff up here if you're looking for some.
And you could just drive here.
And you could just drive here. You didn't have to walk at all.
You didn't have to struggle.
So we're gonna walk out here to the observation tower, since you know we're gonna be able to see a lot with this snow, but we didn't come this far, not to come just a little bit further. Arrived here at the observation tower. Highest point in West Virginia. Oh, would you look at that view? It's just as white and blustery. Huh. There's lots of little side trails here we're seeing to go to like other lookouts. Sure, we could have got here yesterday and been able to see something, but it's all right. Another time. Another time. Huh, cool.
All the fog and the snow is starting to clear off a little, so we're starting to be able to see, but that's because the wind is just absolutely ripping.
It's howling.
It's howling and it's getting cold, so even as much as we'd like to see those views, we're gonna get the hell down off of here.
Yeah, we are.
We're starting to really get down here now, and the sun was just out. It went away by the time I got the camera out, but believe me, there was sun shining down into this little clearing. Really a beautiful morning. You know, we'll take this kind of weather, the snow over rain, any day of the week. This really just makes it pretty. It's not enough to make it too slippery, just enough to really give us a different feeling than we normally get while we're out.
Alright, we made it back down to the intersection with the Lumberjack trail and the Horton trail. So we're gonna take Horton down here for like 0.1 or whatever and hook on Judy Springs and get down to Seneca Creek there. Conditions have really not improved. Actually gotten worse down here. Now it's not so much snowing as it's sleeting on us, so
We're excited for the meadow.
that's fun. Yeah, I can't wait to walk.
The ground with the wind will be a great time.
Yeah, we're definitely looking forward to that. It'll be
different.
Exciting to say the least. All right, we made it back down to Seneca Creek. On the other side of the bridge now. Really glad that this nice bridge is here because not feeling like wading too much today. Be a bit brisk for that. Made it back to the trail junction with the Swallow Rock Trail. It's where we came in yesterday. Now we just gotta head down one more stream crossing and then we'll about have her licked. About 3 miles back to the car. Started the climb back up this trail we came in, the Swallow Rock Trail. About 3 miles back to the truck. The snow has picked up a little bit more since we got on the trail, doing about what it was when we were up on the top of Spruce Knob. Temperature's not bad though, and it's really pretty. Just really accenting everything around the streams and trees and stuff, sticking everything, just making everything pop. It's really gorgeous out. Glad that it's not 5 degrees warmer and this is rain instead of this nice snow that we're experiencing. This is much more enjoyable. Alright everybody, we're only about a couple hundred yards back to the truck. It's definitely been quite the wild trip, this one. Went from 70 degrees and sunny yesterday, just enjoying gorgeous waterfalls and everything, to camping up on Spruce Knob last night and having a snow squall blow in today. I'd say this Seneca Creek Backcountry area, definitely recommend it. Lots of trails to check out, and we weren't on any of them that I would not recommend. They were all really good, had interesting things to see along the way. And the Monongahela National Forest down here in West Virginia is just huge. It has all sorts of other opportunities like the Cranberry Wilderness and the Dolly Sods. So we're looking forward to coming back down and doing some trips in both of those areas here in the future. So with that, as always guys, get outdoors, have fun, and embrace the uphill. Till next time, this is Vista Ventures.